Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. We found one of the easiest ways to improve the exhaust system of your 2015 Mustang GT is to get rid of the heavy restrictive factory resonator. By removing the resonators, it can provide more flow to your exhaust, which will increase horsepower and increase sound regardless of whether you have a stock or aftermarket ACCELATEC system. So today we're going to turn up the volume on our 2015 Mustang GT convertible by installing this Resonator Delete X-Pipe. This Resonator Delete X-Pipe is made of aluminized steel and it's a direct replacement for the factory pipe. It will require cutting, but once installed it's going to save weight over the factory resonator as well as providing additional flow and a louder exhaust tone. For this installation, they need a lift or a jack and jack stands, 3/8 ratchet, 13mm socket, 15mm socket, tape measure, marker, sawzall, and safety glasses. A resonator delete is going to go right here and replace the factory resonator. What you have to do is unbolt the exhaust in the front, take the whole system off so we can cut it back here. You don't want to cut it on the car. The main reason why, when you cut here, it's going to provide sparks. This plastic cover here is your fuel tank. Not a good place to cut the car. The exhaust is easy to get off, so we're going to pull off our cat back and then start the cutting. Whether you have a stock system or an aftermarket ACCELATEC, the removal is the same process. Remove these two bolts here to get rid of the hangers, then remove the four 15-inch bolts up front. Now we're going to line up the X-Pipe to figure out where to cut. We know it's roughly about 4 inches off the resonator. The best thing to do is to put the pipe on top. You can line up everything and take a look. If we go 4 inches off, goes right there in the middle, which looks good. All right, we have the pipes cut off. Instead of connecting this to the pipes we just cut, we're going to start by putting this in the factory location, and then we'll add the tailpipes. We'll slide it into clamps and tighten it down. Now we're going to snug these down. Don't make them tight yet because you probably will have to make adjustments later. I'll put the tailpipes back on. We'll start by putting them in the rear hangers. Now we'll slide the factory tailpipe into our new X-Pipe. Now we'll do the same process with the passenger side. Now we'll line up the clamps and tighten it down. Now we'll snug up the factory front clamps, put in the rear bolts, and your installation is finished. Now let's see how it sounds with a Resonator Delete X-Pipe. Removing the resonator totally changed the volume. This car is at least twice as loud and much more aggressive. This setup is definitely loud. We've done the MRT H-Pipe in the past, the MRT X-Pipe in the past with the standard Roush ACCELATEC, and that was definitely one of the louder systems. I mean, it's been hugely popular. I know a lot of you guys love it. If that's what you're looking for, this is the quad tip version. I actually think it's possible with the quad tip mufflers with this new X-Pipe. I think it's even louder. If you want to make an entrance, this is the way to do it. We're cruising at 2,000 RPM on the highway. Doesn't have a drone, but you hear it. I mean, you know it's back there. There's a lot of systems like we've recently done where on highway speeds, the exhaust kind of goes away. In case of this, it's definitely still there, but it doesn't have that like droning tone that'll drive you nuts on the highway. You just hear the exhaust. Yeah, this thing's loud till about 3,500 and then it gets even louder. And here we are again, cruising highway speeds, 2,000 RPM, where most mufflers are gonna have the most noticeable drone to them. Is it perfectly livable? I mean, you know it's back there, you can hear it, but it's not like one of those tones that just gets really old after a while. Even at highway speeds though, downshift, you hear it in a hurry. That's $3,000. And it gets a lot louder at 4. Without a doubt, one of the most aggressive sounding systems we've had on a 15 yet. Might not be for everybody, but if you like that loud aggressive tone, it's a good choice. As you can tell, adding the Resonator to lead X-Pipe totally changed the sound on our 2015 Mustang. While it sounded good with the original mufflers, it sounded even better with the Roush. By getting rid of the Resonator, it totally changed the car, and it's a much louder overall tone. We did weigh it as well, and you're saving almost 10 pounds by getting rid of the factory Resonator and going to the Elite pipe. Overall, the installation is pretty straightforward. It'll take you around an hour, so you'll be back on the road in no time.